Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be using some different washi today since this kit that I got from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo doesn't come with one. I just selected some that I had from my personal stash, and I also got these random stickers for my extra bucks just in case I needed to use them. I'm going to be using hollow in this kit, so you'll be seeing a lot of that as well. I first started off by whiting out the bottom washi area just so that you wouldn't see it through. Because of the simply gilded washi, you would be able to see through a lot of it. I don't mind too much, but I didn't want that much to be showing through, so I just made sure I did a majority of it. I use this thin wave washi that's hollow, as well as this kind of, I'm not sure how you would describe it, but it's kind of like a tube in a pool kind of holographic washi that she also had. So I saw that it was showing through a lot of the bottom, so I decided to white out more of it before I placed down the rest of it, and I really liked how it turned out. I decided to go for a mermaid kit this week just because it was getting a little bit warmer where I am, and I decided to use a kit that was kind of showing that was getting closer to summer. You'll actually see me with different nails at the end of this spread just because after this spread, when I was actually filling out the plans, when I did my nails, I actually did nails that were inspired by this kit. And because I do work out from home and I do a lot of things with my hands, a lot of the nail polish does come off, so I'm sorry that most of the time when I do these plan with me's, they're a little more ratchet looking. I'm gonna try to plan it out so that when I do my nails, it'll be most likely days when I'm filming so that it doesn't look that way, but for now, bear with me, I apologize. I think for this kit I only had 2 pages from it, so this definitely didn't have any headers. I used these simply gilded headers that were holographic foiled, and I decided to use them at the top, the middle, and the bottom as well. I did a darker blue at the top, a white one in the middle, and a pink on the bottom. And as you can see, I just whited out the bottoms just because they would show through, and I didn't mind the curves too much, but I just decided to cut it off with the X-Acto knife at the ends there and pick it up with a tweezer. I'm forgetting who's the person that actually originally started this, but it's a genius idea. I think it's really easy, especially with everyone I know that has a lot of simply gilded foil washi tapes that they don't know how to use or when to use them. I think this would be a perfect example of what to use them for. A lot of the kits I usually get do have washi on the bottom that I really do like, but they don't always come with the header colors that I really like, so this is another way that you can implement it into a spread. I feel like I always need to apologize. I'm sorry, but that's just the kind of person I am. I've always been like this, where I apologize a lot for things that don't really need to be apologized for. But since I'm new at this, I figure I should warn you ahead of the time that I do apologize a lot. I repeat a lot. I'm a very forgetful person. I don't remember a lot. I don't remember if I said this during my first few videos, but since I am a forgetful person, that's why I started planning in the first place. Which is why doing these videos, I'm hoping they'll help me to get better at that, as well as just to have a keepsake for myself in the future. So if I repeat a lot of the same stories, if I repeat a lot of the same things, I apologize. It honestly is because I forget, and because sometimes I record these videos out of order. I forget which ones, if I say anything about something, I forget if I say something in one thing and not another, so I just repeat it just in case. And some people might not like one video over the other, so I sometimes repeat it just in case. I'm going to finish off the rest of my headers here, and I will be right back. Moving on, we'll be looking at the full boxes. These are all drawn by TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, Helen. She's amazing. I don't think I've bought a kit from her in a while just because my aesthetic has changed a lot. But this kit was really beautiful. I love the mermaid. I loved how she drew a lot of the boxes here. I don't like the repetitiveness in the scales as much, just the colors that are together. I don't think I think it's the green that I'm not liking in this kit as much. But I really love how she draws her girls, and the hair texture is just amazing. So I'm placing down my full boxes. There's no rhyme or reason, like I always say, for where I place them. I just kind of balance out the colors, especially if one's darker than the other or there's more pink in one than the other. I try to balance out where I'm placing them, as well as the balance in height as well. If there's a higher pink on one side, then I kind of put the pink on the lower side on the other side. And Monday I actually didn't put a full box since there were two with the scales. I actually decided to use this one for washi strips. So I cut this down and I'm using them for the sidebar here. I used a washi strip, and since the kit came with two habit trackers, I used one for skincare and one for working out. After that, since I do like white space, I added another washi strip as well as a half box. And on the half box, since last week was really tough and this week I knew was going to be really tough, I just added a half box that has a glam planner girl inside of it. And then I wrote down "You got this" just as an encouragement for me to look at for the rest of the week. Because I've been cooking randomly throughout this quarantine, as well as my fiance, I love to keep track of the meals that we've been eating, especially for dinners. So I added another washi strip under the half box, and then I added a weekly box on the bottom of that just to write down all the meals that we've had. And I added another glam planner girl into the box just to show that that's what I'm gonna be marking. I had some more space on the bottom, so I added a little thing, and I got some balloons just the same as last week, and I marked 10 just to mark that it's been 10 weeks that we've been in quarantine / 10 weeks since school's been closed for me. And then I finished it off with another washi strip underneath of that. I am marking skincare and workout this week, and I used this skincare, I think that was from Planning Roses, I believe, as well as this Me Time script that I got from a sampler from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo that's in holographic foil, as well as these workout stickers, the Glam Planners girls like I was telling you about, and the other one on the bottom right there to mark all my dinners that I had for this week. After I was done with the sidebar, I moved on to the date covers. I used whiteout to cover all of the black, and then I used these holographic foil date covers from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo. These are in I think it's supposed to be galaxy, but I thought it matched the mermaid kind of vibe really well, so I just used it for the foil as well since it was holographic. The holographic's actually showing really nice here sometimes when I'm moving it side by side, but I just realized after this that holographic is really hard to capture in the light, and it ends up looking like silver foil at times. But all of the foil I use, I believe, is going to be holographic foil unless I say otherwise. The date dots also happen to be from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, so I just used these on the bottom here and placed them into the date covers. Next, I moved on to the weekend banner, and I was just trying to find a great place to place it, and I decided to put it in this empty spot. I know I have said this before, but I definitely love to use the rest of my foils, so since I have these holographic foils from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, I decided to find spaces for them. The leaves don't exactly match this kit, but I found some spaces that it would. So I put some foil borders for the full box at the top, as well as this little flower to replace the flower that she had in her hair. I ended up writing "You got this" for the half box as my motivational quote for this week, as well as the fact that this is 10 weeks of quarantine at the bottom for the little thing. That's all for my base. I'm going to show you guys how the spread looks, and I'll see you guys in a little bit for the rest of my spread. So moving on to the rest of my spread, I'm showing you all the stickers that I'm going to be using. I'm starting off with Monday. I had to go to Chase to get a cashier's check, so I just took this holographic sticker with a credit card to mark going to Chase. Afterwards, I did have a Amazon return that I was doing, so I got this holographic sticker and just indicated that I was doing an Amazon return. After that, I had a home inspection at the new place, so I used a kind of quarter box just to mark that with a little house sticker that you'll see in a little bit from Paper Bow Prints, who sadly closed. I love her stickers and I love her matte paper as well, but sadly she closed her shop. After the home inspection, I went home and I had to do and finish a lot of work, so I just used a half box to indicate the amount of work that I was going to be doing. It was going to be taking up a chunk of my time. I used a Once More with Love sticker that I believe came from a sampler that I probably got from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo, so I added that to indicate that I was doing a lot of emails and work. After that, I was able to record a voiceover, so I used a page flag and a laptop to indicate it. My fiance and I were craving chocolate chip cookies really badly, so I decided to bake them since we had a lot of the recipes at home, since we had a lot of the ingredients at home. I followed the recipe from Rosanna Pansino, if you follow her, and they turned out decent. I wouldn't say they were the best, I think they can be better, but they were really good and it satisfied our craving. For the rest of the night, I just did a lot of YouTube watching, so I just indicated it with a washi strip as well as a YouTube binge sticker that I had. Moving on to Tuesday, I had a school meeting at the beginning of the day, so I just used a little thing and I put a holographic sticker on top of that with the appointment sticker. After that, I had a PD, which is a professional development day kind of workshop at online that was relating to math. So to indicate that, I just used this Once More with Love sticker. After that, I took a little nap, so I used this extra sticker that I believe I got from a sampler from Once More with Love, as well as this dream sticker that I just found in my extra sticker book. When my fiance got home, we were able to go on a Jewels run. That's usually where we get all of our groceries, so I indicated that with a little holographic foil sticker of a grocery cart. And after that, we were able to eat some dumplings for lunch that I made, so I just took a dumpling sticker from Once More with Love and I placed that down next to it. At the end of the day, I did a face mask, so I used a half box to mark off that, as well as a little sticker with a girl that has a face mask on. We were able to finish Money Heist Season 4 this day as well, and I was really frustrated because I thought that the series was over, and now I realize that we have to wait another season to see if anything happens. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry, but it ends on a cliffhanger, so it's just insane to me and it bugs me so much. This Giving Girl sticker is silver foil, but I used it to mark the Netflix show that we watched that day, which is Money Heist. And to add some more holographic foil on it, I just added some holographic borders later on to surround the framing of this little box. Moving on to Wednesday, this week we had a lot of IEP meetings, so I just used a page flag, and I'm going to be using the bow on the bottom just to indicate all the IEP meetings that we had. I used this page flag first, and I put the bow on top of it, and that was just to mark all of the meetings that we were going to have, and I was going to try to keep it consistent this week just so I can remember that. I have been having a craving for pizza, but since we don't really want to eat a whole pizza to ourselves, I settled for pizza bagels since we had bagels and we had pizza sauce. Since we went to our Jules run, I decided to make some pizza bagels for lunch, and they were pretty good. They were really simple to make and not too many ingredients, which is a plus for me since I'm not a cook at all, but they satisfied my craving enough. Since it was the middle of the week and I knew that the rest of the week was going to be a little longer because of all the work that I would have to do, I did make myself a dalgona coffee today. After that, we had a talk with our attorney as well. Just some more house stuff, but at the end of the day, I was able to film a video, so I used this once more with Love Munchkin to indicate that I filmed the video. And at the end of the day, I used another Giving Girl little box just to mark that I was watching some Ozark before the end of the night. Moving on to Thursday, I started off the day with another IEP meeting, so I did the same thing with the page flag and the bow. I just layered that on top of each other to show that we had an IEP meeting at the beginning of the day. The second day of the PD was that day as well, so I used them once more with Love Munchkin to show that right after that one. And this day I just did a lot of transferring of my photos from my phone to my Mac as well as Facebook. So I used a little laptop icon and I found this Munchkin picture sticker that I believe is from a sampler that she had, just to indicate that I was transferring some photos. I decided to cook some katsu curry that night, so I used a half box to show that I was going to be cooking it. I have this curry sticker from Hazel Sticker, which I love her food icons. If you guys have not checked out her shop, please do. Her food doodles are amazing. And then I used just some holographic foil borders just so I can add some foil to that section of the planner. After that, this was, I believe, the day when I did my nails again. So I did a little thing and I just put a nail polish sticker to indicate that I did my nails that day. On Friday, it was payday, so I used a little thing with a little credit card icon to mark that, as well as this payday script that I got from the Scribble Prints Co. sampler as well. After that, right in the morning, we had another IP meeting, so I just did the same thing with the page flag and the bow, just to indicate the IP meeting that I had. And since my fiance was off this day, he was actually able to make us some delicious breakfast burritos, so we spent our morning just eating the breakfast burritos. I made some goodies for my kids that I wanted to drop off, so he was actually able to go with me to drop off some presents. Not really presents, just materials that I was trying to give to the kids before the end of the school year. So we were able to do that, which was really nice, and we got to see some of my kids, which I enjoyed. I did make a vet appointment for my dog just because of all the scare that he was getting from the thunder, and I knew that it was going to be raining for a couple more days in Chicago. It's been raining like on and off and I was scared it was going to be another thunderstorm and he was going to be scared. So I just made a vet appointment just to see if there was anything that they can do to help him with that. So we had a vet appointment right after I got to drop off the kids some of their stuff. After that, since we were in the area and we had some time, we got to get my weekly milk tea at Hello Jasmine, which is my favorite milk tea place. After that, we were able to do a grocery run, and at the end of the night, we were able to binge some Ozark. He's actually watched it before, but he likes it so much that he doesn't mind rewatching it again with me. So I've just been finishing up season 1, and I'm moving on to season 2 right now. Moving on to Saturday, like I said, Saturdays and Sundays we usually like to sleep in, so I just used a flag. I cut it down just because it's a little too long than I would like. I used a little sleeping mask. I think this was from GP Sticker Studio, from a kit that I used a long time ago that I just saved. But I used a sleeping mask to put on right on top of it, and I just wrote in sleep in. After that, we had another brunch at home, so I just used the same munchkin but with a different color, just to mark that we were doing that. After that, we were going to Costco to get some groceries, so I used a holographic foil of a grocery cart just to indicate that. Me and my fiance decided to watch a movie in the middle of the day, so we watched the movie Extraction, which was pretty good. It has a lot of action in it, but it's a pretty simple movie, I would say. There's not a lot of storyline going on, I would say, which I usually like more of, but it was fun. We haven't watched a movie in a long time since this quarantine started, so it was just nice to watch a movie together. After that, he was playing Call of Duty, and we had a lot of groceries that I just wanted to kind of prep for. We had a lot of fruit that I was trying to wash and just cut, so I just did a lot of meal prepping and cooking that day. I think I ended up making some spaghetti. And then to end off the night, I just did a lot of YouTube binging. I apologize if you can hear my voice being a little dry or raspy. I recorded another voiceover right before this. I've been slacking on the voiceovers just because the world's been a little crazy and it's been more stressful at work and just a lot. We only have 3 more weeks left of school, but it's just a lot of paperwork that I still need to finish before the end of it. And the world right now, currently it's May 29th, I believe, and the world's just been a little chaotic, and it's been a lot of emotions that I've been feeling for this whole week. I've been pushing off doing Plan With Me's just because I already feel down because of a lot of the things happening in my personal life, but with the whole world being the way it is, it's just making me a little more sad for the kind of world that we're living in right now. But to get back to the Plan With Me, on Sunday we slept in. We started a new show called Defending Jacob, which I've been meaning to watch. It's based off of a book, but the storyline's really good, and it leaves you really wondering what happened, who's the bad person, who's the good person, and I would recommend it if you can watch it. After that, the 3 of us just took a nap, me, my fiance, and my dog, and it was really nice. At the end of the night, I was just listening to a bunch of podcasts. As for dinner, we were able to get some Buffalo Wild Wings, which if you guys don't know what that is, it's just a wings place. which I really enjoyed. I only like one flavor from them, honey barbecue, but it was nice to get takeout and not have to cook. If you guys can see my nails, these were the nails that were kind of inspired by the spread. I did an ombre with a purple and a blue, and I kind of faded it within each other, but I don't know if it's that ombre-ish. For one of the fingers, I did scales on it, and it's kind of hard to see, but the glitter I think really masks everything together. So I really did end up liking how they turned out, but it is a little messy if you look up too close. But for the rest of the spread, it's just going to be me writing out and finishing up the rest of the spread, so I'll see you in a little bit to say goodbye. I had some extra foil stickers that are holographic, and I was really trying to use as much as I could in this spread, so I was just looking throughout the spread to see where else I can place some more stickers. But that's the rest of my video. Like I said, holographic is really hard to see, so I don't think I ended up doing a little Viv wiggle for you guys, but I hope to see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!